MoneyBoy. Trade. MoneyBoy. Trade. Private jet flights overseas. Damn pieces coming by the week.
So holding a black man accountable is not the same thing as carrying them down. Just like I was talking about Kevin Samuels. So his degradation of women is by the statements, right? No, I'm just saying the reference, understanding how they kind of go hand in hand. It's the way you do something. So it's not necessarily the what you do, it's the way you do it that impacts people the way it does.
MoneyBoy, on the Toxic Masculinity show, this is about the third or fourth show that this sissy dude damn been brought up. You know what I'm saying? This is
He's trending, sir.
That dude say nothing with his fucking chest, man. The dude, nah, man. That shit ain't rocking like that.
Because he's country bougie. He country bougie, sir. Exactly. He's a country girl.
Ain't nothing masculine about that.
But he trending, man. And I mean, that's what we do.
Oh no.
But she's on your side. She's on your side with She's on your side though with saying that Kevin Samuels isn't good. She's agreeing. The doctor agrees with you. Genesis,
right, what you mean? I'm not saying that he's good or bad. I'm saying that
when you say
is sometimes abrasive, and so his message is sometimes received as it is. And I think accountability is that sometimes he degrades black women because black women are the ones who are calling into his show. And he considers to be delusional, right? And so I've seen a lot of episodes where he's like, stupid bitch, and hang up in the woman's face, get her off the line. That's still, some of the things that he's saying to those women are definitely degraders. So if you're telling a person that your opinion of them, it's like me going out and saying to a person in the walkway, hey, you're ugly. And they think that they look, that they're a 10. And me having an argument with them that you're ugly because I think you're ugly, right? The world see you as ugly because I think you're ugly. Kevin Samuels does that some of the times. And the thing is, when the women don't agree with him, he gets toxic. So when people don't agree with you, just because you feel a certain way about me doesn't mean I have to accept
Well, here's the thing. The reason why he's going off like that,
because they don't
acknowledge
their
thing. The reason why Kevin Samuels
Well, hold on. Let me ask her a question. Let me ask her a question.
Go ahead, doctor.
Rush.
I don't want to interrupt you, doctor. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question, doctor. Do you think that Kevin Samuels' message is needed?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Okay, now go ahead, Rush. What were you about to say?
I would have to respectfully disagree with that. Yeah, man.
With the what? The degrading of women? Or his message is necessary? Yo, you there, Rush? Man, so do you think Kevin Samuels' message?
She's making it seem like Kevin Samuels is just straight up. Yeah, that's not the case.
She said his message is necessary.
If aesthetically you don't meet the bar to fish and hook up.
He's cutting in and out.
What's wrong with your phone tonight, man?
Hello? Trey.
We can hear you. You dropping in and out.
Here's the thing though. The reason why, all right, if a female gonna call up in the show, right, demanding like she deserves a high value male, right? But aesthetically she don't meet the part. You can hear me? But aesthetically she don't meet.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna leave and come right back in.
Doctor, you're gonna have to follow the peer pressure on him on this one. He's not degrading women. You just gotta go with the herd mentality on this one. We all agree.
Oh, no, it's 100% okay for you guys to feel like he doesn't degrade women.
You gotta join the team.
I believe in calling a spade a spade. So I think that based off of my observations, he's definitely a person who degrades women some of the time.
So why do they keep calling in?
So that's my question. And I think that, on my podcast, when we talked about it.
Can you psychoanalyze that part?
Yeah, we did. So that's what I focused on. My thing is not Kevin Samuels. So it's not him. It's the behaviors in the women that cause that seeds that insecurity. So when I say that his message is necessary, I do feel like it's necessary to have somebody voicing that you're unrealistic about what it is that you're seeking to attain based on your behaviors or based on your life patterns or lifestyle choices and things like that. Because personally, I feel like if a woman is dating, if she's trying to position herself to be with a man who is husband material and she has a history of having a bunch of baby daddies and a bunch of kids by different people and she's never been married, I think that that's sometimes a very unrealistic thing if she hasn't come to the realization that, okay, there are some things that need to be rectified in my thinking patterns, in my behaviors, things like that. Because you got lots of women that think that they can be out here and be very promiscuous and have sex with whoever they want to have sex with, but still want the high earning male who's going to take care of them and 7 kids by 7 different baby daddies that are causing drama at their doorstep every single, step of the way. Yeah, but so I don't know. I feel like it's needed. I'm not saying he's not a necessity, just saying that sometimes he can be a bit abrasive.
But do you realize that if women actually spoke to other women and held them accountable, there would be no need for him. There'll be no niche for him to exploit.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, we do that, and there would still be a nest. So let me explain something.
Why do you think I'm here?
I don't want to be off topic for too long, but here's the thing: there are a lot of women who are raised without a father, and so I think that Kevin Samuels brings an authentic male perspective into the lives of many women that have a lot of insecurities that are rooted by toxic femininity. And that's the reason I feel like he's a necessity, because the reality is if they've never had a father in their life, they can't see what it looks like either way. If a man is a good man, if a man is a good man, because they've not had that modeling behavior oftentimes in the family system with their mother to teach them what it is they should be molding themselves to be. And sometimes that's why they get, off kilter. And so I think that he's a necessity because it's coming from a male and not from a female. So they've been getting it from women all the time, but they don't respect the views of a woman.
But hold on, a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. That's a woman's job.
So,
but the problem is that there's not enough women who are wives that could actually teach them what to do.
So I say yes and no. So a man models the behavior that a woman should be responding to indirectly
through his interactions with his wife,
with their mother,
right? Mother.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So having a male perspective in that modeling behavior dance teaches a woman how to authentically step into her role with a man who is of that standard. So when they don't have that, oftentimes they need that outside perspective of another male who is an older male who has experience, even if his life experience haven't yielded the best of experiences, his trauma, his pain. I think that there is still authenticity and I think there is still validity in some of his message. So for me, the delivery, I don't get, sidebarred or sidetracked by the delivery, because I can definitely be very direct and abrasive at times myself. I think the quality of Kevin Samuels' message is sometimes discarded because of the way that he behaves after the fact.
I think your perspective towards his message is a bit distorted because you are being a bit biased and you are a female, so obviously you're not going to agree to his madness of his method.
She agrees with it.
Hold on. The way he came at the women is the same way he came at the men when he first started off. So I don't see why it's an issue if he's giving everybody constructive criticism. You know what I mean?
I said that earlier though. So you're just repeating what I already stated. So my thing is, if Kevin Samuels is degrading men or women, it's still degrading whenever you force your opinion onto someone else. And it's the truth about those people. that's you degrading them if it's the lesser than component. So my thing is, you can tell a person
it's constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism would look like, I understand that you figure that you're a 9 or a 10, but based on the way that I calculate, I would value you as a 7 or an 8 or a 4 or a 5 or whatever it is. And it's based off of this. So it's understanding why.
Here's the thing. The reason why he uses that terminology is because majority of the women that's calling in, they are coming off with a arrogant energy.
Yep.
Their perspective in life, they think they deserve a man. Hold on. They think they deserve the top 20%, which is ridiculous. He has to be 6 foot tall. He has to make $100,000 a year. I mean, he just got to be this amazing character. But aesthetically, they don't meet the qualification to bag that kind of high value male. So therefore, he has to be.
Don't be distracted by the graphics, sir. No, he froze up.
You cutting up?
Yeah, but see, I'm not. My thing is, I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying, but I do disagree.
What's the word? Witty. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
Your signal's going in and out. But what I'm saying is, I do disagree with the aesthetics component, because I feel like the value of a woman is not in her aesthetics. The value of a man is not in his aesthetics. And so you can secure a date or a lifestyle with a person and still not secure a marriage with a person. If you're emotionally mature enough to get married, you'll realize that you're not marrying a woman because of how she looks. Eventually, she's going to get old. Everything's going to sag. Same thing about man. He's going to get old. Everything's going to sag. His ass is going to go bald. These are realities that you got to look at. So aesthetically, sir, you're not going to be attractive in 50 years.
Dr. Jefferson.
Yeah.
Is your significant other ugly right now? Fuck 50 years from now. Is he ugly now?
Well,
if not,
let me tell you something. No. Well, this is what I'm going to say about that, okay? And I've never been a person that selected based off of looks. I haven't. So it just happened to be.
We need to see your dude right now.
Oh, my God.
Because if he don't look like Flavor Flav, we don't believe what you talking.
Well, I'm just saying I never select off of look. So when I select based off of the heart of the man. And so, and I'm looking also at your father and your grandfather and things like that, because I want to know that you're going to age well. Because for me, I know that I'm going to be a petty old lady. And so I want to make sure that the man that I'm looking at and growing old with is attractive. Then I don't care about I care about the value of the quantity of your heart as we grow together, to know that we're going to be together for a length of time.
So right now he got to be fine. So aesthetics matter.
I mean, I'm not young, so.
So he got to be fine.
I mean, now he's, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Or if he old, does he have to look like Ronald Isley?
He definitely better than Ronald Isley. He's nice. Let's put it like that. He's nice. But I didn't pick him because of that.
Yes, you did.
Because
that was the first thing that attracted you to him with his looks.
It isn't. I got to be honest. It's not, because we didn't see each other first. So the thing that attracted me to him is his vernacular, his approach, his conversation. Because for me,
y'all meeting? Facebook Messenger?
No, God, this is look, stop.
Well, because you said we didn't see each other at first. So I need to know how this worked.
But so dating is very different now than it was a while ago.
Indeed.
And you know what I'm saying? Everybody didn't have social media and all that good stuff. I think that's a good tool for dating, though, because I feel like, when you're dating out here in these streets, you need to be able to observe what it is.
That's what's killing the culture, social media.
So you met him on MySpace?
Yes and no.
Black Planet.
No, I didn't. No, I'm not doing that.
Apparently his text game was strong if you didn't see him first.
He can write very well.
So if you would have saw him and he looked like Flavor Flav, would y'all still be dating?
I would have said, boy, you know you are physically unfortunate, but your letters touched me in such a way that I'm willing to give you a chance.
Oh,
I don't know.
You lying.
No,
you lying. You lying.
Can you come and
Man, I'm old school. I gotta say it, man. Flavor Flav.
I'm brutally honest. I am. If Kel was ugly when we met, right? Face to face, can you honestly say that I would have told him that he was ugly? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's not about the looks. I had already been bought in because at the end of the day.
Hold on. Does he make more money than you?
I don't know too many people who make more money than me, but he's close. Yeah, I mean he makes good money though.
So was that a factor then for you?
Mm-mm. It's never been a factor. I went from being a medical doctor to a psychotherapist, and no, I don't have to. That's never been an issue for me. For me, what was important is finding somebody that I connect with and can grow with and has the same value system about life.
We saw what Vivica Fox did.
Is he a high value man?
Mm.
Based on what? Kevin Samuels?
Yes, based off Kevin Samuels. Yeah. Would you have dated him if he looked like Flavor Flav and made $40,000 a year?
Probably. If everything else was the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to sit here and keep on lying.
No, I'm serious.
Okay. You're going to stick to your guns, huh? Aesthetics don't matter.
Let me tell you something. I looked at some of the people that I dated back when I was in college and in grad. Let me tell you something. It was some very unfortunate people, unfortunate faces. And I'm like, oh my God, we actually went on 2 whole dates. Because it's hard for me to map out time. Always has been. Because I'm into everything else and I'm a reader and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would have gone on a date. I'm not going to say we would have been, married and together 20, 30, 40 years later, though. I'm not going to say that. But I would have definitely entertained him to see.
Aesthetics are definitely a big factor for me.
Right now, probably. But when you
forever.
What if you get a woman, for example, Cardi B, right? I love her expressiveness and all of that stuff, right? And she's done so much work on herself. But let's say that what she has. I value the fact that she's one of those people who came from humble beginnings. And when she did start to make money, a thing for her that was really important for her to invest in was her teeth, was her physique, because she knew that that's where her money was going to come from. You understand? So she could reach her goal.
And she's boxy by DNA too.
I'm just saying.
But those are all superficial.
Yeah. So you're right. Those are all superficial. So aesthetics are equally all superficial. So when you go out there and you get a woman that looks a certain way,
if you go out, not superficial.
Okay, so if you go out and
it's superficial, but it's not a bad thing.
Exactly. I'm not saying
it's superficial as fuck because that's all you're judging. That's all you're basing your relationship with that person on. But it's not a bad thing.
Exactly. And
that's all you see at first.
Relationship and so what I'm talking about is when you get into a relationship with them and you got into this relationship and you married them because they look good for you, right? Or look good on your arm. And then you're having issues in your marriage because they don't respect you. And they think that they can talk to you any kind of way because a man naturally requires respect in his relationship with his woman. So when she doesn't respect you, when she's cussing you out every day, right? And emasculating you every day.
I mean,
right?
That's like a no-brainer though. Like, obviously, a male that's seeking for an attractive female, he has to be submissive and willing to follow his program. You know what I mean?
No, that's not what Kevin Samuels' platform states. His platform states that you must be a certain height, weight, dress size.
It's also according to him and quote unquote
That's
high value men like himself.
yeah, that's
Here's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying.
Here's the thing. Hold on. Let me interject with this real quick. Like, yo, the aesthetics bait the man in, right? He comes in, he smashed, right? After he smashed, the female loses her leverage. So now she has to display some type of other value other than her physical features. So
Yep.
if she's like submissive and willing to cook and clean and all that, that's gonna keep the high value. That's gonna keep that high value male around. But if she just looks good, she might end up getting pushed in the friend zone, becoming a booty call, or just a pump and dump. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I agree. I totally agree. And I said that on a Zoom call the other day with the dating professional site thing, and they didn't agree. The women said that they could go have sex with whoever they want to because men do it all the time, and they can still get their high
This
value.
is where the delusion comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
So
All
I
these
agree,
females,
I agree
right?
with all of that, but I don't agree with having sex with some
This is
random.
where the delusion comes in. Just because that high value male smashes you doesn't mean he'll marry you. He just, you know what I mean?
Or that you're high value as
I
well.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, looking good is just one of the keys to bag that high value male. You also gotta put in something on the table for him to stick around. Other than that, you just be the just a number of the many chicks that he smashes. You know what I mean?
No. Kevin Samuels makes it very clear. He had this woman on talking about her position, what she earns, and these kinds of things, and he was like, "None of that shit matters. You gotta
It
get."
really doesn't though. Men don't care
Here's
about
the
that.
thing, yo. Let
This is what
me
this man was.
interject real quick. Here's the thing. A lot of women
We don't
that
care.
I know.
I call them the 90 octanes.
Mhm.
The female that makes the six figures and doing her thing and support herself, sustain her life, her lifestyle to a certain degree with her compensation. The chick, the female that makes that 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 100,000 a year and out, that kills her SMV, and I'm gonna tell you why. It kills her SMV because when you in these fields like becoming a doctor, lawyer, all of that, like you have to have some type of male attribute to accomplish those certain goals. So therefore, when you linking up with a male, right?
Mhm.
You got some male attributes on you. So therefore, that's gonna scare off that high value male. Now, if you're dealing with a dude that makes less than you, the nigga probably a beta. He's not on
I
the same
did
level as you.
I
Hold on,
disagree
let
with
me
that.
finish. Let
No,
me
no,
finish.
I
I
Okay,
agree
but
with you,
Hold on.
let me
Rush,
finish.
I gotta
Let me finish real
stop you.
quick.
Rush, I gotta
Yeah.
stop you because I've always dated women that made more money than me, but I didn't care that they made more money than me.
right.
That didn't so that and nobody would confuse me for a beta male.
Right. And so, but the thing is, a man
Yeah,
who
but
is
you're not in a
alpha
relationship
is
with him
not worried
anymore.
about
You
how
know what I
much
mean?
money a woman makes. He's still the leader of the household, and he doesn't have to fight for that
Put
position.
it like this, right? Well, let me explain it a different way. A female that makes, hold on, a female that's the breadwinner,
What do you mean by the
she's not like if you making more money than your counterpart. Like
So just because you're making more money than your counterpart doesn't
let me
mean that
finish.
you're
Let me
not taking
finish.
care of
Let me get to the point. Let me get to the point real quick.
the household.
If your girl make more money than you and she's paying all the bills, like that's not gonna happen forever because women are not built to lead a
Those
male.
are two
You know what
different
I
things.
mean?
Yeah, but
Hold on, let me finish. A woman is not willing to share her resources with a dude that makes less than her. That's not happening. You know what I mean? You can ask any woman in the world, majority of them, they're gonna ask you the man to provide for them. You know what I mean?
So you're assuming that just because the woman makes more money than the man, that she is moving into position of providing for the household. Is that what you're saying?
Financially, that would be the case.
Yeah.
Not all the time. Not
If
all
she,
the time.
if she makes more?
Of course not. So just because you make more money than your male counterpart in a relationship doesn't mean that you're the person that is the provider in the household or the leader.
No. Though financially.
No. So financially, what you do with your money with your husband is up to you and your relationship with your husband. But his money, if he is a true alpha male and he's leading the household, he's taking care of the household with his finances. His finances.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's on Vlad TV, Vlad did an interview with Vivica Fox.
Right.
Vivica Fox was married to some guy that was an artist, supposed to sign with Death Row, 6ix9ine, I think was his name. Mm-hmm. She said that she divorced him because she was tired of paying for everything. She made more than him, even though he's 6'9" and whatever the case may be, she still wanted to be taken care of, right? So at the end of the day, I don't see Vivica Fox looking at somebody who makes $40,000 a year and is going to live the $40,000 lifestyle and let the man become the financial leader of the household. She's going to want someone to be in the position that she is to provide the lifestyle that she wants, that she could get for her own money or above her own lifestyle, right? So this is why it ended in divorce.
No, I get what you mean by that, and definitely I can see how that ended in divorce.
Part of my presence. This is why I say, the more money the female makes, it doesn't matter. Her SMV is gonna decline. It's gonna decline because she doesn't. One, she's not built to lead a male. Two, she's unwilling to share her resources to a man that makes less than her. Man, it's not happening.
And y'all niggas ain't got no game. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
And Rush, you're right, but I don't think it's her SMV that declines. It's the amount of dating partners available to her is reduced because she can only date people who make more than her, and that's a small percentage. So she has nothing to choose from.
So if you really think that women select partners solely on how much money that they make in
not solely
marriages,
not solely,
then you're highly mistaken. In successful marriages, it's not about the person who makes the most money. And also a man who is a provider naturally and a woman who knows what it is that she's looking for as far as her lifestyle habits and that kind of stuff, they're going to match with one another when the congruence presents.
Hold on. I want to be clear with something. When it comes to a proper relationship, the finances are shared. The leadership is the man's responsibility as far as how the money is spent and how it takes care of the two people in the house. But keep in mind that was back then. There's a lot of old school marriages where the woman might make more and the man makes less, but there's still respect there for the man. But the problem is today's type of woman, the modern woman, is not looking for that. They feel that they're settling if they hook up with a man who makes less than them because they always see a man to have the ability to make more. So if they're not finding a man that makes more, it's almost like there's something wrong with that particular person and they're settling, right? So it's the mentality that's different.
I don't think so, but I can see how you would think that.
No, I mean, see, the thing with you're focusing on an anomaly, which is not the majority. You know what I mean? Majority of women want to be taken care of
all the time. I mean, and I've done relationship coaching and therapy and counseling for women and men. So it's not my personal views are not the same in the therapeutic. It's about finding people's resources and activating them so that they can find their own answers within themselves. So essentially, what a person desires innately is what drives their connections with other people. It's not about those things you look at on the surface. Yeah, that stuff looks like it's important, but when you get to the real nooks and crannies of building a relationship, and after that 3-year hiatus of honeymooning in a marriage, and you see that in Beyonce and Jay-Z. When people are distressed in relationships, somebody steps out and they cheat because the real issue is about communicating what your non-negotiables and your expectations are to your partner. And that sometimes goes without being done. And that's what happened with Vivica. So you have to be realistic. And I get people that are not accustomed to money would have money on their mind because survival is a basic and instinctual need, right? So those women would have that on their mind because they're thinking, okay, that now I've positioned myself in this space, right? And I work really hard to get to this space. I want to make sure that I date somebody that does not take advantage of what I've done, right, for me. And it's not without merit. I think that we have to give that validation in its own right, because a lot of men of today's society do not want to step into the role of leadership when it comes to providing for the household. And he looks at things much like you guys said. If she's making X amount of money, she's paying for XYZ. So a man who's in his position of the leader, he's going to pay for XYZ in the household, and he's going to make sure that her money is their investments. And so that they can build generational wealth for their kids, for whoever it is they're going to leave it to in their family, so they can travel, whatever they want to do, right? But in the grand scheme of things, what really matters is, I think people need to embody financial understanding and literacy, and then figure out how it applies to the relationships that they're trying to build, because not everybody is looking for the same thing. And that's how I feel about Kevin Samuels and his field, because he always telling these women that, you know, they're not valuable because they're fat or whatever. And there's a lot of men out here. You better start traveling outside of your states that value heavy women. They'll have you taking weight gaining pills.
Well, he talking about American women. But Russ, question.
They're not American women.
I'm saying Kevin Samuels is talking about these Americanized black women. He talking to a specific demographic.
Yeah, I'm saying these guys love American women. They may not be in America per se. Jamaican men, African men, they have a true affection to a heavier set woman. They have a true attraction, and a lot of them, that's what they're looking for.
Rush, I got a question, Rush. You've never dated a woman that made more than you.
I mean, I smashed plenty of women that made more.
That is not what the fuck I asked you. You acted like a black woman, sir. Can you answer the question directly?
Directly.
Have you ever dated a woman that made?
You should come listen.
Yeah, I have, but like, you know what I mean? It's
were there issues?
It's dated.
Were there issues?
No, there weren't no issues, man. You know, I did my thing, you know. And
so you have to say, well, when I experienced that with dating a woman that made more than me, I didn't have these problems that Kevin Samuels talks about. It also has to do with that. It has a lot to do with how secure the man is.
Money Trade, do you know? Okay, let me ask you a question. What is the percentage of men in the United States that's actually getting laid?
I don't fucking know.
Is there a percentage?
20%. Well, I'm in that number. Thank you, white dude.
Hold on.
That question.
Where do you get that from?
Apparently, he thinks that's an important thing because he led off with, I smashed a lot of women. So I'm just going to say that, and I yield my time.
No, I don't know. I'm in that 20% though.
Where's that stat from?
He started with what?
Yo, repeat that stat.
He smashed a lot of women.
Bringing that logic to this show. I already know I know where that logic is coming from. We're not bringing that to this show.
Man, Militant, let me ask you a question. Have you ever dated a woman that made more than you?
Yeah.
Was there any issues with her making more money with you? Pardon my presence. What about yourself?
Not like talking about.
I mean, shit. Most of us, that's all we do until we get married. We date, and in order to get married, you gotta date.
It's never been an issue, but you know why that is? Because usually, who do they expect to pay for things?
The man.
Yeah,
I should be 50-50. I don't know what's wrong with you niggas.
So, because she's making.
I said expect.
Now she gotta buy everything for me.
No, but the expectation is that the man pays.
But I'm assuming all of us.
It's like y'all put these things out here. Y'all put these things out here.
If I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I were to go on a date with Dr. LQ, and I w I'm not gonna be like, yo, you gotta pay half. Obviously, I'm gonna cover the tab. You know what I mean?
Y'all know Stedman still pay for some of the meals when he go out with Oprah. Come on now.
There you go. So then the focus is not on what she makes. It's really about what we make because that's our concern, right?
But Kevin Samuels makes it seem like that like men are going to be intimidated. Those guys would be the ones that I consider beta males if they're intimidated by a woman that makes more money than them.
No, it doesn't matter. To me, all that matters is that I know she could take care of herself.
If the woman is your arm piece and the eye candy, why not want a powerful woman on your side that's beautiful as well?
Yeah.
Because when you marry her,
if you allow somebody to train you, thank you.
Nah, Judge, you got to say that when they get married, your pimping don't change when y'all get married, sir. It stay the same.
Nah,
what
son,
the fuck? Bruh,
that's how people get divorced. If you don't,
you don't have that swag. You ain't got none of your mama's cooking, sir. I'm just saying, like, I guess it take a certain type of nigga to be able to handle a woman that shouldn't even come into play. You handling your business. If she's not belittling you for what you make, that should never be an issue. How much you make.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she little dogging you and treating you like a boy, then you got a point. But that still got everything to do with you allowing that shit.
Hold on, can you go back to that stat, the Rush? Can you repeat that stat that you said?
Oh my God! Stop.
You
don't want to hear about that stat. Okay, nobody cares about how many men are getting laid.
No, but
you're on a hot seat right now. But let's talk about something else, man.
He made that shit up.
Hold on, I heard you say 20%. Are you sure about that?
So I have a question because my friend is
the average. Oh, yo, hell nah, man. Yo, get me off the spotlight, man. Come on, man.
Not until you admit you made that stat up, sir.
Yo, listen, man. Come on, man. Yo, get me off this, man.
What? Only 20% of us?
Damn, that is a low number.
That's
crazy.
They're wondering about that.
Is that 20% of the United States or the world?
Let me get to my point, man. Just because you and part of my presence have the ability to swindle your way into a woman's
I don't
drum,
swindle, sir.
It's not even
everybody has that capability of doing that. You know what I mean?
When you say swindle, things like T.I. and Charlemagne the God come to mind, sir. I don't want to be put in that number.
The average male is not getting ass like that, man. You know what I mean?
20% is low.
Well, where are all these babies coming from in our community?
From the sperm bank. Apparently from the sperm bank. I'm told the average male ain't getting none. That's why he real proud of the fact that he getting
another topic, man. Let's change the subject, man. I got me on the hot seat right now.
And I got an 18-year-old son, and I got 3 more behind him, and they.
So maybe you were just getting laid once a year because you were in that 20%. On any given day, I'm with him. Only 20% of men are being laid.
That must be a stat from 2020.
I don't know.
Where everyone's locked down.
I don't know. You know, I yield my time because I don't know. I don't have a penis. So that's not, that's rough. Hope you guys' hands are working.
Pandemic stats.
Yeah.
Man. Damn it, Rush. I got to pray for these 80% of these niggas that ain't getting none tonight.
You know what? Wait, I just figured out. So the topic of your show was toxic masculinity, right? So
that's the brand. That's my brand.
Oh, okay. But you know, the issues, right? That is toxic masculinity that Kwame came. Isn't that his name? Kwame came with, right. And so essentially he might have that energy because he's not getting laid. So maybe he's a part of the 80%.
That man has been Kwame Brown for the past 20 years. He's been fucking.
Yeah, that's slander right there.
That's one thing he's done consistently since he became a #1 draft pick.
I just said that only 20% of men are getting over 20% of men are famous. So just because he's Kwame Brown or whatever he is doesn't mean that he's in the 20% getting laid.
I'm gonna plug Dante Jones again. Don't nobody know who he is, but I got ass off his reputation and his name.
See all them children running around in his video.
One thing I'm saying now, groupies do not care if you a bust or not. They fuck the number 1 nigga on the team with the number 15 nigga on the team. They don't care.
That's rough.
It's the truth. It's where these basketball wives come from. Just think about it. Who on Basketball Wives was a fucking superstar? Like, what nigga they was dating was just that nigga in basketball? It ain't one other than Shaq.
Oh wait, so Basketball
Kenny
Wives
Anderson.
girlfriends too?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen it. I don't watch reality TV.
The girlfriends.
It's a mixture. Some of it was a couple of ex-wives when it started off, but then since then it's just been girlfriend. You said Kenny Anderson? Come on now.
Kenny Anderson was a star. You don't think so?
Man,
Oh, so you're from the South, man. If you're up north, New Jersey, New York, Kenny Anderson was the man. You for real?
Average at best. Average at best.
Hold on, Kenny Anderson was an all-star multiple years.
Average at best. Zach Randolph was an all-star one time. Mark Gasol was an all-star one time.
Hold on, but Zach Randolph is a good player. What do you mean? He has respect from the rest of his colleagues.
But I'm saying niggas like him ain't on Basketball Wives. That's my point. What nigga that was just that nigga in the NBA was on Basketball Wives? You ain't seen one.
Well, you said Shaq. I mean, a lot of people said he fell off towards.
But she was an ex when that show started. But yeah, he was the only one.
But she created the show. She's like the executive producer, so it's a little bit different.
And Shaq was never on the show. They get these like Doug Christie and shit. These niggas be on there. Doug Christie, average at best. Well, ain't no Sean Kemp, ain't no Clyde Drexler.
Because he's gonna get this average at best. He's gonna
it applies for men.
He literally is. He's gonna make a lot of money off of you.
That's his shit. That's what he went viral off of. I'm just applying it to basketball skills now.
God, no, I can't.
Looks like we've come to a standstill. Everyone, you should get ready to shout y'all's channel out and good stuff. I know Russ doesn't have one. Pardon my presence. Do the honors.
Yes, part of my presence. You could catch me on YouTube. I just put out a video about black men being targeted and why that should alarm you. Check it out. Other than that, I'm rocking. Thank you for having me.
All right. Mad Militant.
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Mr. Mad Militant. Catch a new hot topic that's coming out. I don't know what my last video was. It was a couple of days ago. Too much going on. But check me out on Mr. Mad Militant and shit.
So you was high like Matt Barnes and you don't remember what went on?
Man, I got so much going on. Man. Probably get my thing going on now. But,
Russ, you got any last words? Since I know you ain't got social media. You got any last words?
Yeah, man. Just seek wisdom and practice humility. You heard?
Praise white Jesus.
Hey man. Don't be spreading that propaganda out there, man. Come on, man. We all know Christ is a black man.
For real.
What? Dr. Jefferson, let everyone know where to find you.
You guys can find me anywhere on the internet, DocLQJ or hashtag DocLQJ on YouTube. It's Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson. So, and I have podcasts pretty much on every platform. If you're a listener, through the speaker, not video, it's Life Discussions with Dr. Jefferson. And I also have a separate one called Love and Intimacy.
So you need to have us on as a guest.
We're definitely going to make sure you have, since you tried to throw your co-host under the bus and say she was the one interested.
She was interested in that piece. Like she had She wants to know what your behaviors look like.
Invite her when we do our interview this week, and she can prime open book.
Yeah, she was like, "You all toxic."
That is my brand, and I embrace it. I see Joy Chit Chat ran. She doing me like Rory and Maul out here in these YouTube streets. But y'all know what I always say: like, share, subscribe, and comment, or you ain't black. Thanks everyone for coming up. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see y'all later.
MoneyBoy, trade, MoneyBoy. Trade. Private jet flights overseas, damn pieces coming by the lead. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek. Private jet flights overseas, damn pieces coming by the lead. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek. Counting hundreds with my amigos. Blue water, frozen Sub-Zero. Hit a lick, flip it twice, break bread with my people. Who knock and look out the people? Clutching my desert eagle. Cock, aim, squeeze, trigger, empty clip and reload. Pints, pills, 2 kilo. Bitches coming in trio. Shaking all ass, beat the pot like Migos. Last second shot and one. Free throws, no Master P, but I'm looking for the free code. Pints, pills, 2 kilos. Bitches coming in trio. Shaking all ass, beat the pot like Migos. Last second shot and one. Free throws, no Master P, but I'm looking for the free code. Private jet flights overseas, damn pieces coming by the lead. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek. Private jet flights overseas, damn pieces coming by the lead. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek. Too high geek. Top flow, nosebleed seat. 4A, 4AV. Push star, got no key. MoneyBoy, Lou got said. Take a picture, paparazzi. Quay, Lou's, Bill Cosby. Rape a hoe, no, not me. Hashtag MB3. Primetime MBC. On lane, I do me. Dial on, I spit heat. Private jet flights overseas. Damn pieces coming by the lead. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek. Private jet flights overseas. Damn pieces coming by the three. Piano witch playing with the keys. Waterfront chilling in Belize. Greenbacks, racks, blue cheese. Murder ain't came up in the street. Good dope, no price cheap. Pop pills, too high geek.